Snuggle Stories presents Priscilla and Tux, Brothers Are Caring. Written by Victoria Smith and illustrated by Sergii Zavad. 8-year-old Priscilla was sitting in school when her teacher, Miss Savino, announced a share and tell assignment due in 2 weeks. Each student needed to bring something they treasured and share it with the class. Priscilla was excited, but as the days got closer, she had no idea what to bring. All her friends knew what they were sharing, but she wanted hers to be different and special. Mom tried to give Priscilla ideas, but she just kept saying no. "How about your doll?" Mom said. "No, Alina's bringing in her mother's Patty Play Pal doll," Priscilla said. "How about the rock you found at the park?" Mom said. Priscilla flopped down on her bed. "No, Michaela's bringing in a big purple rock called an amethyst his dad gave him." "Well, you'll find something," Mom shrugged. Tux, her adopted brother, came in and gave her a hug. "Don't worry, you'll think of something." Days passed, and Priscilla still had no idea what she would share, and tomorrow was the start of the share and tell. Priscilla ate very little dinner that Monday night. Her stomach was in knots because she still couldn't find anything special. That day in school, Ethan had shared a boombox and played his favorite rap song. All the kids danced. Josephine had told them about Kwanzaa, a holiday her family celebrates. She also brought in a book for Miss Savino to share with the class. On Tuesday, Benjamin brought a soccer ball that his mom had from college. He told the class how his mom had won lots of soccer awards. May brought in a collapsible Noah's Ark. When she opened it, the animals in the ark seemed to come alive. Then she closed it into one piece. On Wednesday morning, her brother Tux waddled her to school on his shoulder, like he always did. She told him she still didn't have anything. "Oh, I know you will find something," said Tux. And like always, just as they came into view of the school grounds, Priscilla's friends came running over, surrounding Tux. They all loved him and thought Priscilla was so lucky. "Tell us a joke! Tell us a joke!" they all chanted. Though they didn't need to, as Tux always told them a joke. "What do you call a fake noodle?" Tux said. The kids just looked at each other. "An impasta!" Tux laughed and reminded everyone to be good for Miss Savino. Her classmates said their goodbyes, and Priscilla hugged her brother. He really was the best, then headed off to class. Miss Savino called on Jacqueline. She brought in an old board game her mom used to play called I Dream of Jeannie. Jacob brought in citizenship papers his grandparents had framed. Everyone's project was so interesting. What am I going to do? I have 2 days. 2 days, Priscilla thought. The next morning was Thursday. Her mom was still trying hard to help Priscilla, but nothing seemed right. When Tux and Priscilla got to school, the class surrounded them once again. "Why do hummingbirds hum?" Tux said. "Because they don't know the words." Later in class, Miss Savino told everyone how wonderful their shares have been. She couldn't wait to hear the rest. Ricardo came up to the front of the class wearing a large sombrero. He talked about Cinco de Mayo, a holiday that is celebrated in honor of a small Mexican army that defeated the French in 1862 at the Battle of the Pueblo. Next was Aisha. Since her dad is a banker, he has an old coin collection. She brought it in and passed out fake $100 bills to everyone. There was only 1 day left, and Priscilla still had nothing. She couldn't think of anything special. After school, Tux scooped her up on his shoulders and they waddled home. He was such a kind brother, always offering to help her. A few kids ran up to them, asking for Tux to tell a joke again, even though he already had this morning. "Knock, knock," Tux said. Tux waited until several kids said, "Who's there?" "Weekend." "Weekend who?" "We can do anything we want." That one got the most laughs. When they got home, Priscilla knew she had to think of something. Anything at this point. Though it wasn't that special, she decided to bring in a map showing her trip to Chile from Peru. Tux had family in Chile. Then it hit her. Something special. All this time, she had her special share with her. She just hadn't seen it. With a big smile on her face, she flew down the stairs and told Mom and Dad. They agreed that the kids would love it. That night in bed, Priscilla tossed and turned in her excitement. On Friday, she hid her share so no one would know what it was until it was her turn. Miss Savino called on Emily, and she shared an old brownie camera from the 60s. It looked different, like a brown square. Finally, it was Priscilla's turn. The class looked at her. She smiled at them all and said, "I'd like to share someone so special to me, my brother Tux." With those words, Tux came into the classroom from the hallway where he had been waiting. Everyone clapped, got up, and surrounded him. He told 3 jokes, and the kids loved it. What did the mama cow say to the calf? "It's past your bedtime." Where do polar bears keep their money? In a snowbank. Where do cows go on Friday nights? They go to the movies. He was great. Priscilla learned that sometimes the very thing you are looking for is right under your nose, and she knew she was lucky to have such a loving and caring big brother.
Like this video, give a thumbs up and subscribe.